Okay, folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching. I thank all my subscribers. And as you may have already noticed, my garage looks very different. And there's a very good reason for all of this. For the past few weeks, let me turn the camera around there. For the past few weeks, the Dallas-Fort Worth area has just been getting relentlessly pounded by wrath of God thunderstorms. And like I said, it's been going on about 3 or 4 weeks now. And parts of the DFW area have been getting blasted with these hailstorms where you have hail the size of apples and the size of softballs and grapefruit. We have been fortunate so far, but I just bought a new vehicle for my wife. Well, not a new vehicle, it's a 2015 model F-150. And but I just bought a vehicle to replace the Toyota Sienna van she was driving, and we didn't want it getting beat all to pieces. The atmosphere is just very unstable even tonight. I mean, it's just overcast and cloudy, and looks like it's going to just come a storm any minute. But for now, I have had to kind of stand down on this build once again. You know, I had to stand down before. You know, I mentioned having to take time out to prepare a Bible lesson. I'll be teaching that lesson tomorrow, by the way. And here again, as you can see, I sort of had to just cram everything off to either side of the garage. Now that floor mat right there, that's going to go in my Tundra. And just got that laid out right there. I mean, if I had to bring the F-150 in, I could bring it in. You know, I could just, you know, shove this off to the side and pull the F-150 up in the garage. But I had to sort of just push everything off to either side and make room for that F-150, because if we do get one of those, again, wrath of God thunderstorms and with a large size hail, I cannot afford to lose both of my vehicles. We have to save one of them. So right now I need the garage for what garages are built for, and that is to park a vehicle inside. So again, for now, I'm going to have to just hold off until the weather calms down a little bit, so I can reclaim my garage, reclaim my workshop. That's it. That's all I have for you for right now. Hopefully within the next week or 2 weeks, I can get back to work. And when that happens, I will see you then. And okay, folks, I am back, just like I said I would be. And I still had the boat kind of pushed off to one side. We still kind of want to keep this area to where we can just open it up and get that truck inside in case we have to. But it does look like things are starting to calm down just a little bit with the atmosphere, even though it's kind of like Florida right now in this area. It's we're getting those early afternoon thunder showers every day, but no large hail, no damaging hail. I hope you know, we are past that for a while. Of course, this is North Texas, or as I like to call it, South Oklahoma. And so anyway, folks, with all that aside, I have been able to get out here and do some limited amount of work on this stern. The goal is still to get that outboard on here and get this boat to the lake. I still want to do that. Of course, we just haven't had the weather for that. The weather's been way, way too bad. The small craft advisories have been posted by the Weather Service, National Weather Service, and for all the area lakes, and you know, it's been like that, like I said, for several weeks, like I said in that previous segment. But again, I was able to get out here and do some work. I did go ahead and finish the last of the fiberglass work. As you may recall, I had a couple of bare spots over on both sides of the top cap right there, and that was just because I was working with a 48-inch wide sheet of fiberglass, and I just filled these places in. And I've been busy out here sanding down these rough edges, you know, like I always have to do. Always have to smooth down the edges. It does produce just a very sharp, almost like a sawtooth type edge. And so it's good. It's good to be back back to work on the boat. And even if it is a little bit limited for now, but you know, sometimes these things happen. If you've been watching these videos for any length of time, you know that summertime is always a challenge. It gets very hot out here in the garage. There have been times when it's been 112, 113. I think the highest temperature I've seen in this garage is 115. And you know, that's just good old summertime. Good old summertime here in North Texas. Yeah, wonderful. But anyway, it is a little bit cooler tonight, so I just decided to get out here and just see what I can get done. And hopefully here in the next couple of days, I'll be able to get out here and start laying down the fairing and that fairing compound, and get her primed and painted and get that outboard on, man, like I've been talking about now forever. All right, folks, I will see you in the next segment. Well, folks, I may have spoken just a little bit too soon. I recorded that previous segment last night around 10:30, less than 12 hours ago actually, and we got some bad stuff coming. I'm gonna have to clear out my garage again. We've got to get this inside. Like I said, I was just checking the weather radar here a few moments ago, and yeah, it's all red and purple and it's heading right for us. So boat build's on hold again. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so we are, like I said, we're about to get hit. That's thunder. And here just a few minutes ago, I mean, it was just dead still and not suffocating hot, but I mean, it's warm. The breeze is starting to stir a little bit now. Bushes are moving a little bit. Okay, time to get the truck inside. I'll see you folks when this is over. Okay, so that threat has passed, and of course, as usual, it's just fine. Yeah, those storms looked like they were just barreling down on us, and then they just started breaking apart, which is a good thing. That's what we want to see. All right, now maybe we can start getting somewhere on that boat. I'll be back. Well, folks, it finally cleared up, and I guess I should say it cleared up for now. You know, I've been bid on that before, but we are ready to get back here and start getting this build ramped up again after a long, unavoidable delay. And I've got all of these, move this tape out of the way, got all these edges sanded now, nice and smooth, and I've got it wiped down. I went over it just a little while ago with the denatured alcohol, and got the surfaces wiped down. What I need to do now, before I lay down those micro balloons and that fairing compound, I need to do something about this area right here. The rub rail, it's going to extend all the way to the rear, but it's going to stop right here. Well, this part of the boat's going to be dark green, this part of the boat's going to be beige. And so what I kind of feel like I need right here, I need to put a stripe right here, and I'm going to put a black stripe right here. And what that's going to do is that's going to be like a dividing line between the dark green and the beige. And like I said, I only need to do that right here because there will be no rub rail right here. It stops right here. And so I need to tape this area off, starting right along in here and then extending all the way around. And I'm going to bring my tape right there, like you see it, down to the bottom of this top sheet of plywood right here, right there where my fingernail's at, and I'm just going to go all the way across and around to the other side with that. And then I'm going to come back in here with some satin black paint, and of course it's going to be an oil-based enamel, and I'm going to paint that, let that dry, and then in order to turn that into a black stripe, I will tape over that with this tape right here, and that is an automotive striping tape. I got that at O'Reilly's or AutoZone, and as you can see right there, it's not quite as wide as your regular masking tape that you get from Home Depot. That tape right there will be perfect for this area right there. It's a little bit less than 3/4 of an inch, and again, that'll be perfect. And so I just need to get that done. Not going to do it tonight. It is getting late, and plus I would like to wait until tomorrow, get some more of this stuff moved out of the way so I can move the boat out the door a little bit, and that's so I'll have room to work back here. So again, I'm gonna get on that tomorrow, and I will see you then. Okay folks, good morning. It is noisy outside, but as you can see, I've got my tape laid down, getting ready to lay down my satin white stripe. Yeah, I know I said satin black last night, but I did not have any satin black paint in my stash over there. What I did have was I had this satin white. So this little divider stripe, it's going to be satin white. It'll look okay. I think it'll live. Also, as you can see, I'm slowly getting my garage back in order, although I don't know if order is the word I would use. Let's just say more of a controlled transition right now. Eventually, the boat is going to be moved to that side of the garage, and I want this area open over here for those stormy days when we have to pull the truck inside. It's just a whole lot easier. It'll work out a lot better that way. When I back the boat in, of course I'll move this container right here. That's all my scrap pieces of wood inside that container. The outboard will just kind of set right in here. It's a little bit of a challenge getting things parked in this garage. You know, when home builders design homes in Texas, they don't take into account that people have boats and pickup trucks. I don't know what they're thinking. But anyway, I need to go ahead and get on that. It is almost time for me to go to work, but I do have just enough time to lay down that white stripe. Not black, but white. So, I'll be back. Well, okay, there it is. My divider stripe. The good Lord decided that he wanted a white stripe and not a black stripe on his boat. So anyhow, once that dries, and that'll probably take about 24 hours to set up, I'm going to go ahead and put that green tape on it that I showed you, and then we'll start priming and painting up from the bottom. I'll leave that green tape right there, that almost 3/4 inch wide striping tape. I'll leave that on there until all of that's done, and hopefully I can peel that off without too much damage. I'm supposed to get tape off as soon as possible, but the way this is going to work out, that's going to have to stay on there for a little bit. But we'll manage. Okay, time to go to work. We'll see y'all later. Yeah, not bad. Okay folks, I'm back, and as you can see, I've been busy. I've been getting all this taped and papered off. I don't want the resin and microballoon fairing compound that I'm getting ready to mix up here momentarily. I don't want that dripping down and getting on this finished surface right here. So we're just going to paper that off. I'll be done with that, and once I get that finished, I'll be ready to lay down the resin. Alright, I'll be back. Okay folks, here goes. The fan is running. Might be a little bit noisy, but I will speed this up. Okay, so the whole point of this exercise, we're not trying to paint it or change color or anything. I'm trying to give myself a surface here for the paint to adhere to, and the surface that we're looking for, of course, is that kind of that textured, kind of a pebbly looking surface, like I showed you when I laid that that resin and micro balloon mixture down in those areas there. And we've got that spread out nice and even now. So got to mix up some more of that and get this other side done right here. And then of course we got to get down in this pocket right here. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so the whole trick here is just to get it even, and we sort of just want to try to smooth that surface out as much as we can. Of course, like I said, it's going to have that kind of that pebbly texture from that foam roller, and that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. But right here, you can kind of see a little bit of the edge of the tape right there, and that's okay. I think that's just going to be unavoidable. You know, I did sand that. You saw that. Got that slicked down, smoothed down as much as I could, and you can kind of see a little bit of that right there, right along in there. But that's unavoidable. I think, folks, we can live with that. So we're going to go ahead and let that kick off, and I will see you later. Okay, I got a nice hard line for my divider stripe right there, and when I get ready to finish that out, I've got some 1/4 inch masking tape, and that's going to taper down from I think this is like, it's less than 3/4 of an inch. It says it's 0.70, 7/10 of an inch, and so it's going to taper down from that down to 1/4 across here, and then it'll expand back out to 7/10 of an inch the rest of the way, just like you see over there. And so yeah, we got a nice hard line there now, and when I get ready to paint, I'm probably going to paint it all at one time, and I'm going to go ahead and do the green, do the primer up here, and then I'm going to try to figure out a way to do all that at once. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead, I think, and wrap up this episode right here. It's getting a little bit long. Had a lot of other stuff going on there at the beginning of this video. You saw that, you know, where I was just having a hard time getting ramped back up. But we are now ramped back up. The build is back on, even though, yes, it is June. I think it is now June 24th, or 25th, actually. And yeah, it is hot out there. It is officially summer, and so we're going to try to work through the heat as best as we can. So with all that said, I will see you next time. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers, and as always, in all things, to our Lord Jesus Christ be the glory. And we will see you next time.